Hello everybody. Hello CGBrush developers and everybody who's out there. I hope everybody can hear me. I should be probably checking that on my phone or any device that I'm having anywhere close to me. Do I have a device close to me? Other than the awesome iPad device? Honestly, I don't think so. But I wanted to do something new and a little bit unedited. I mean, I can go make an whole edited video and make it super interesting and go through all the interesting parts that it has to offer. But I thought, why don't we just do some unedited content about the CGBrush Weeklies, which are going to be coming every Sunday. And for the most part, they're going to be probably edited content, also showing what will be next and what will be coming. But for now, I would love to tell a bit more about what is coming, what I have planned, and so on. But before we do, I would love to check out if this is actually working. So I'm going to be past the camera right now. There we go, past the camera. Finding a device. And what better way to test the weeklies with our phone, which I got right over here. This is or hopefully it's going to be, for me, some way of exploring if the weeklies are actually working. And if the audio is there, which might be a thing, which wouldn't be a thing, And I have a blanket. It is late in the evening. We're going to be, or at least I am going to be heading to bed soon. But this is going to be fun. But yeah, it's kind of a general repetition, we could call this. And I am solely just really intrigued and curious if the audio is even working. I've never streamed on the iPad before, so I genuinely can't tell you whether it is or whether it isn't. So if the phone wants to work with me, we can actually try and see if it is working. And we do have audio. If it is working. Well, with that said, what we can do is actually move into the perspective of getting this going. So, welcome to the CGBrush Weeklies. I am now 100% sure this is working. I know, I said it from the beginning, and this is gonna go live on the channel, no edited content. Maybe, like I said, we will have that edited content for the weeks to come. But I have some really interesting things to share with each of you about what is coming for CGBrush, what we will be diving into. But for most, what will be coming in the coming weeks, which is probably far beyond the excitement that I can get for anything as of right now. So I know a lot of you guys are into making games, into making 3D art, making 2D art, and some of you took the 3D lessons, some of you guys took the 2D tutorials, maybe some of you took some JavaScript programming tutorials on the channel, and I haven't been live too much, and there's a really big reason that I haven't been live too much, as one of the reasons is I help people with a mental disability in the office to make games, create software, build their own 3D models, design 2D UI designs, and even do animations. And we do this through really amazing courses by course creators like CG Boost, P2 Design Academy. We do this with GameDev TV for programming, with GD Quest, with Academy Games, and it's just one really exciting thing to work with. We also work with game developers like Infamous Games, so there's a lot of cool and exciting things to go through. But as I will be wanting, and you probably will be wanting, is that there should be coming some more programming, or just overall there should be coming some more tutorials to CGBrush, and that is coming really soon to the channel. I'm currently really heavily at work in creating the first few promos for a completely new playlist on the channel. I have had a film crew over at my house that has completely transformed the place that I be recording and doing all the videos on, and we created a couple really interesting tutorials and promos for you guys to go through, at least to see what is coming. But I would like to talk a little bit about what is coming in this weekly update. And one of the reasons I would love to do the weekly updates soon as edited content is I have a lot of tics. I have a tic disorder. This is something similar to Tourette's. So, or for those that are just in English, Tourette's. And usually I like to edit all of these parts out so that it just looks like a normal, interesting video. But yeah, so one of the things that is coming that I'm super excited for is the Path to Game Dev Bootcamp. This is going to be a all-in bootcamp here on the CGBrush YouTube channel, and in this bootcamp you will be learning how to create my Steam game that is soon to launch on Steam, completely from scratch. And I mean, you're not just making some systems of the game, you're making the exact game that I'm launching on Steam here on the YouTube channel, and you're going to go through the entire process of programming the game, working with an older version of Unity, later upgrading from that version to a new version of Unity, recreating the network system from that old version in the new version, and we look at assets and all these kind of interesting things and see how those work together, and how we can create a really interesting concept, and how you can build a game. One of the interesting parts is that the bootcamp, as you may be questioning right away, will be free for you to watch. So you can watch all the programming lessons and all of these lessons that I'll be covering, maybe some in 3D, but everything you can watch here on YouTube for free. There's no additional cost. But, that's the but, since I am pretty much recreating my entire game here on YouTube, and I wouldn't, first of all, I wouldn't want to invest in a couple thousand hours into recording videos that come on the channel, risk my job for it, and besides that, I wouldn't want someone to just blatantly steal my game or the code. So one of the things that I'm doing is every lesson that I do has its own materials, and these materials you can get through Patreon. So if you did be really wanting to create your own game from scratch, from the initial phase of you having a blank canvas, so you have your Unity project, you have no scripts in there, no objects or anything, and go through to watch a complete game where you be having multiplayer systems, AI, you be having a complete game UI system. Your players can customize their vehicles, they can do all these interesting things with their with the games. Then yeah, you be creating an entire game from scratch. So I know a lot of people might be like, oh man, that isn't fun. I would like to access this all for free, and I would just like you to understand that for me, first of all, it would make no sense investing 1,000 hours or 2,000, maybe 3,000 hours in recording content and making it all free. That might be really valuable, but from a perspective of me as a teacher, who do this teaching on a daily basis, as well for me as a game developer, it won't make no sense to just give people straight up access to all my source code of my game and go from there. No. So that's point one. You'll be creating the entire game. You get the assets and stuff per lesson, and there will be no source codes on Patreon. So you follow along. That's how you can do that, and that is basically to protect it from stealing. If you build it from scratch, you can do with it what you want, but I don't want people to steal it. So be aware of that. So that's going to be the big bootcamp. There's going to be more than 2,000 videos inside of this bootcamp, so it's going to be a wild ride. I can promise that one. It's going to be a long, big wild ride. So going into one other topic, and I see we're already on 10 minutes, and I don't want to make this longer than 15 minutes. But on the other topic, one of the other things that is coming is the intro to Path to Game Dev. This is an entirely free bootcamp. The resources will be free as well, and it's basically going to prepare you for this intermediate to advanced bootcamp that I'm going to be doing, because we're going to be making my game. I'm not going to show you how to do programming. I'm not going to show you how to work with Unity. I just go and create my game. I'm going to touch all the systems, but I'm not going to teach it from the perspective as if you're completely new or even already have some knowledge. I expect you to have intermediate to advanced knowledge when you start working on this game. You should know exactly how to navigate in the Unity editor. You should know anything code related, from fundamentals to basic intermediate stuff. You should have a solid understanding of networking, and to get there we have the intro to a Path to Game Dev, which will be basically a free bootcamp that will be anywhere between 15 to 20 hours of video content. So that's going to be split into parts, and then we're going to do that in collaboration with Unity, and the Unity Learn Create with Code bootcamp, and readjust it a little bit towards what we're doing to prepare you in the best possible way for getting started with the Path to Game Dev bootcamp. And this way you, as a game developer, or maybe someone interested in the game development, can learn the basics of Unity, can learn the basics of programming, such as variables, functions, classes, and so on. And from there, we move into some more intermediate things like networking, getting into UI development, and then I mean UI development in terms of code, but also how you work with AI, artificial intelligence, how you can create systems that the AI can use. That's going to be all sorts of basic stuff that we get through, and you're going to get through so that you're prepared in the best possible way you can get to be prepared before you start the bootcamp. Then, last but not least, this bootcamp is going to kick, like the big bootcamp is going to kick off once the intermediate bootcamp is halfway through. So I think that's going to be from now in 6 to 8 weeks from now. The promos will be live anywhere between now and 2 weeks. And last but not least, the starter bootcamp will also be coming, I think, between now and 4 weeks. So I can't make exact promises at it yet, but they will be coming, and there will be uploads. And the upload way that we're going to be doing it, every Monday and every Friday at 9 p.m. CET, there will be a video going live. So if you're from America, it will be somewhere around 1 or 2 p.m., maybe 3 p.m. If you're from Russia, this will be somewhere early in the morning. And if you're from Australia or China or Japan or any of these countries, it will be somewhere around the edges of being either late in the evening or I'm not completely, I want to be directly able to tell you what is what, but it's basically so that, for Europeans, it will be the latest time. But for people in the US and Russia and Eastern countries, this will be all, for you, the day is starting and you can just go through it. So that is what is coming. That's what is up. Of course, coming Sunday, there will be a new weekly CGBrush, there will be a new CGBrush Weeklies. This one will be probably edited, or maybe we do it live. And we will see how that's going to go. And this way you just know, like, hey, this is what I can expect. One of the other things that might be interesting, I don't want to make promises yet, but I'm looking into learning some things that I'm interested in, which are related to creating stream packages and animating those, and maybe some UI design. If I decide to actually do something with that, then I would like you to be aware that that will be also something that I will be uploading here on the CGBrush channel. So you're going to be learning how to create animated stream packages, and I don't want to do that like a lot of YouTubers do, where you learn one screen or one alert, and I want to go through the entire process in a set of parts where you go from all your screens to the alerts panels, and animating those. So I want to go through the entire process like we do on CGBrush, right? We don't do it halfway, we don't do it somewhere in the end, we do the entire process. So we split it up in parts, but it will be cool, it will be interesting, and that is what will be coming. So I hope to see you back in the next weeklies, the CGBrush Weeklies, coming Sunday. It will be going live probably around 9 p.m. Either will be live like we have done right now. I do enjoy doing this way, but it can also be an edited version. But I think I'm going to keep the edited version for when there's actual video content and stuff that I have to mix in between. And these weeklies will just be a set of updates of what is coming next week. So next week there's not going to be an upload other than the weeklies, but in the weeklies I'm going to tell you more about the bootcamps that are coming up. Or maybe coming Sunday I'm going to tell you that there's going to be a set of uploads the week, that next week, where we be creating a stream design or maybe a cool logo. And then of course, if I do stream designs now, I will be doing them on the iPad, but I will show you guys perfectly fine how you can do that on your computer. So if you have a computer, if you have an iPad or a tablet, just stick by and we do it that way. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this weeklies. It's a bit long. I'm probably going to aim for 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes max. I prefer having the balance between 5 and 7 minutes, but 10 to 12 minutes for live is good. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Make sure you like the video, not because I want you to like it, but the more likes the video gets, the better that is for the algorithm, making more people being able to see the content, and especially with the new bootcamp coming up and the tutorials that I want to pick up, that is going to be really interesting. And I want to make this promise to you right now and right away before I go. I am going to be uploading actively again. This is why we start with the weeklies. This will give you the trust that I'm every week there to talk to you and even be there. And maybe we make the weeklies just live and have some edited content play in the beginning. I gotta see. It's going to be really interesting and really exciting. I'm super happy to do this again on CGBrush, and hopefully I see you guys next week. Just marketing your into your calendars, agendas or whatever. 9 p.m. CET, I try, or 9 p.m., 9:50 p.m. But 9 p.m. CET, I try to be live and get there and talk with you guys about what is coming next. So make sure you like the video. If you comment down, if you see this and you comment down a few things you would like to see on the channel, whether that's art, programming, animation, maybe you want to see 3D modeling, or you want to see some gaming tutorials related to making games or playing them, put it down in the comments so that I know what you, as a viewer of CGBrush, would like to see, and I'm gonna make sure that I make a list for coming week with all the comments that were laid out, and give you guys a little bit of an idea of what we can do in that following week. So make sure to comment it down and please click the like button, even if it's just to be there or to support. It will get this video up and it will get more people there. So yeah, with all of that said, I am going to see how I stop this wall stream thing. But yeah, I will say have a nice one. I'm probably going to mess this up, and maybe I do this directly right. We're going to see. Thank you for watching, and hopefully till next time.